Hey guys, what's up? It's Tees here coming at you with another Tips with Tees in College Football 25. Today, I'm going to be going over my top 5 plays in College Football 25. I'm going to run them for you, show you what coverages they beat, why I like them, and things to look for while using those plays, especially with, all the playbooks, what the plays are, information, and stuff like that. But before we get into the video, if you could please leave a like. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe, and don't forget to turn on those notifications so you don't miss another Tips with Tees in College Football 25. So for the first one, we're actually going to have a 1A and a 1B. Mainly because we're in the same formation and both these plays are dominant just depending on what defense you're going up against. Now, to start things off, we're going to go with the play. It's called Mesh, and it's in the gun cluster halfback strong formation. This one can be found in the Georgia, Syracuse, UNLV, and Wisconsin playbooks. Now, the main reason why I like this one is you have a lot of options if you go up against zone coverage, and this is a massive zone beater and also a man beater. So first things first, obviously you're going to have your tight end, which you can actually edit and swap him out for one of your receivers. You can have a faster player right there, and when you throw him in motion, he goes like that little kind of angle kind of corner out there. It has potential to be wide open, which I have seen and I've had that happen one time, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's wide open. So that's going to be your first read. And then you have your B receiver. In this case, it's Smith with the corner route. He is a cover 2 beater there. So if you notice that you are in zone and you notice that the cornerback does not go back and drop back like he should for cover 3, well, then he's going to be open on the right side of the field. And if you're going in man coverage and none of those are open for the time being, you have RB or X that are both running little drag and mesh kind of concept routes. So keep that in mind. So currently, right now, I am in I believe it's cover 2 that I'm going up against. And again, we're going up against Georgia, just like all my other videos, going up against the best defense. I'm just going to show you with, here, going up against zone coverage here. Again, A is my first read. Let's see here. You have him open there. Have him catch it, fall to the ground, easy 5 to 10 yards. Obviously, they did a good job at covering that. Probably wasn't the best thing to do to throw it there, but just showing you that you can do it. So here, I'm going to throw now to B, since again, we are going up against cover 2, and he should be over once he gets past that cornerback on the right side. So let's throw him in motion, snap the ball here, and see if I'm able to throw it over him. Little high ball pass. He made a great adjustment to the ball, and that is unfortunate, but more often than not, this play will work. All right, next here, we're going to go second route. So what we obviously want to do is we don't want to throw it to somewhere that's risky, right? So even though we are in cover 2, sometimes the cornerbacks drop back a little bit. So you want to be careful with that and not just throw it automatically thinking that you have it. If it's there, obviously take the pass, take the yards. But if it's not, don't worry about that. So what you definitely want to do is, again, you're going to look A first, and then you're going to go B, and then what I'm probably going to go next is underneath routes, because underneath routes are going to be absolutely dominant here, especially because both of those outside players, the tight end on the left and the receiver on the right, okay, he drops back, and the linebacker drop back. So because of that, I just took the 3 yards underneath. If you didn't see that, I'll hit you up in the replay just to show you exactly what happened and what my mind was thinking in that time. So for this particular play, at least for this version of it, I was looking at this cornerback, this guy right here, number 6, and I was seeing where he was going. He was dropping back. He really shouldn't normally, because that's not really his zone, but he is, and because of that, he's taking away Jeremiah Smith. If I were to throw this right now, easy pick. He's facing the quarterback. He can easily run that back for a touchdown. It's not even worth it. Don't do that ever. You want to stay away from that as much as you can. So then what I did is I went to Egbuka over the middle, and because this linebacker right here, I think that's not Egbuka. And because this linebacker dropped back, well, then he just opened up a ton of space for Egbuka over the middle, which is an easy, passing catch, and I'm not even on the right guy. But yeah, you get the point. That's why I went down below. And again, that's why you want to stick with this, especially if you go against zone. 9 times out of 10, underneath are going to be open every single time. So you want to think about that. So again, I'll just show you right here. Let's see if anything changes here against Georgia. They're just gnarly. Look at that. X is wide open over the middle. You can easily pick up 5 to 10 yards. And again, there's so many options you have for this, this concept or this formation that I just absolutely love. So keep that in mind, that you have a lot of options depending on the defense that you're going up against that this can beat. So let me just show you. Let me see here really quickly. I think that's it, because this one is mainly zone. I mean, if it's man, you still have a good opportunity, because sometimes you're going to have, especially if you're going against users. If you go up against users with this specific play, they might have to guard that tight end. And when they go out to the tight end, they're going to leave someone over the middle wide open and even more space there. So keep that in mind. Let's jump into the second play here. All right, so for the next play, this one is going to be mesh post, and it's going to be a little bit different here. As you see on the screen here, you got the mesh post play. It's out of the same formation, gun cluster, halfback strong, but it's not in the Georgia playbook, which the other one was. This one is only in the Syracuse, UNLV, and Wisconsin playbooks. Now, the main difference here, there's two things that they're basically different. So you're going to have Smith running a post route instead of a corner route, which you did in the previous play. And then you're going to have Henderson or whoever your running back is running a wheel route. Now, this one is a man beater. And this is one reason why I like running this play more often than the other play, even though the other play is pretty solid as well, is mainly because with this play, you're going to be able to see if you are in man or zone defense right away. So because you're throwing your tight end in motion every single time, he's going to move. And if you have a defender trailing him, well, that's obviously going to be man coverage, right? And if it's man coverage, what happens when you have a wheel route, especially with a linebacker against a running back, he is going to get cooked 9 times out of 10. And especially if it is a user that might have hit the responsibility to guard the halfback, then that opens up a lot more possibilities for him to even be wide open, which I've had, again, happen to me before. In this sense, all eyes usually go to the guy who's running in motion, right? Because a lot of the times he's going to be the main person they're throwing to. And I've had it where my defender or my user that I was playing against, for whatever reason, just kept going with the tight end, leaving the halfback wide open for an easy touchdown. So let's see here. Again, I'm going in man for this one, just show you. See, like, oh, yeah, he's following them. Okay, well, then there should be a linebacker there. And if he can break through, if I could just get the ball off, he was wide open. All right, I'll show this again. Because if I just get the ball off pretty much, I mean, look at that. There's just nothing he can do. A nice little high ball pass there. If I didn't high ball it, I might have got a better pass off, which I'll do on the next example. But this one is money every single time if it's man coverage, man. I mean, just watch that linebacker, dude. Just gets blown past him. He gets lucky there. I should have waited an extra second. But again, that's why a lot of the times I do high ball passes. If you haven't watched my high ball pass video, definitely check that out. Very helpful. Let me do it again. Wow, that is just too much of a bullet. Let me just lob it, okay? This is user error, okay? I haven't been playing, unfortunately, as much as I would like to, so I'm still a little bit behind the curve. Let's do this again. There we go. Nice little lob underneath, in stride for an easy touchdown, and boom. Just like that. I'm telling you guys, this is the play. If you're going against someone that has a lot of man coverage, I mean, you could just tell right there, man coverage, wide open. Boom. Even though it might be a little underthrown, user error. I apologize for that. But again, one more time, I'm going to dump it off to him, and you're just going to see him just be wide open. I just can't get the throw off, man. Their defensive line is insane. All right, one last time. I'm for real this time. If you get the throw off, you are good, and you're not playing Georgia, it's even better for you. So, nice little dump off, a nice green in stride for the touchdown. I'm telling you guys, it's mesh post play. If you haven't added it to your custom playbook, definitely want to do that sooner rather than later to rack up some TDs. All right, so for the next play I got for you guys, it's going to be in the gun empty quads formation. It is the Vert double under. And this play, if you haven't even seen it yet, you have been missing out all year long. This one is in a bunch of playbooks, including Duke, Stanford, and Western Michigan, among others, on the screen for you right now. But this play right here is masterful. This play can literally beat every single defense, every single coverage. It doesn't matter. There's something for everyone. Now, the one that this play just absolutely obliterates every single time, and one that the CPU honestly runs way more often than it should, makes it very predictable and almost an easy touchdown every single time, even up to Heisman, is going to be the cover 4 quarters, or cover 4 generally. Now, when you come up against the CPU or someone that's playing cover 4 quarters a lot, you're going to see the defense look something like this. And you could tell that with the safety split, you're going to have a great opportunity to get your tight end, who's going to be wide open over the middle of the field. Why? Well, there's two things. One, it's cover 4, so he's got the right side responsibility and also kind of down the seam. But on top of that, the B receiver, he's running a deep kind of comeback route. Because of that, he bites to him almost every single time. And pretty much every single time. I mean, I don't think I've ever really seen it, unless it's a user, do it where he doesn't. And now, if you run into something where you're going up against man, or you're going up against another zone, whether it's cover 2 or cover 3, well, then you could easily hit the underneath routes. Easily, if it's man covered, you could hit B receiver. It doesn't matter. But for this example, I'm going up against cover 4, just to show you how wide open it is. If you haven't seen my other video, it kind of popped off a little bit ago with it. I mean, this one has absolutely saved me. Just watch. Boom, look at that. Safety bites, and you can easily just run in this in for a touchdown. Like, it's probably one of the easiest touchdowns ever if they go up against cover 4 quarters, especially, because I threw it too soon there and didn't let him go out, well, then he didn't bite there. So sometimes you got to wait. Boom. He bit, wide open. And look at this. Dion and all the way in for a touchdown. Like, I think for like 10, 15 yards against the best defense. Like, it's just wild. Look. Bites, even with a bad throw here, turn it around. Give a little, oh, look at that. Little showboat in action. 3 for 3 as long as I was able to throw it. And again, sometimes you might just have to wait for the safety to bite. And once he does, it's just an easy touchdown. Let's see, showboat a little too early. But this one is legit, guys. I mean, again, if you run into any other kind of defense, you just throw underneath. It's that easy. Don't automatically throw that pass. But for the most part, if you're going to give a CPU, especially the CPU in Heisman or any kind of difficulty, this one, they run a lot. I literally had a Heisman game in my online dynasty. 1 second left on the clock from the 30-yard line. I needed a touchdown to score, and I ran this play. Cheesing is allowed in against CPU and things like that. And I don't like running this against users just because it is pretty cheesy, even though it is stoppable. Don't get me wrong. In my video that I made previously, I showed you how to beat it. So it is very possible to stop this. So don't get thinking that this is an easy touchdown for every single player. Defenses can't stop this. So it is possible. But if they are going to cover 4 quarters, just watch this. Like, dude, there's like no one, dude. There's no one. So throw this one into your custom playbook if you have not already, or use the playbooks like Coastal Carolina, Stanford, or James Madison, or Illinois, because this one is an almost automatic TD, especially if you're going up against the CPU. Next up, we got whips, which is in the gun bunch tight end formation. This one can be only found in the Alabama playbook. I actually just made a video about this over the last few weeks just because I found this play and I was just getting dotted up. I just could not stop it. This play is extremely, extremely dominant when you go up against a user that is someone that's using their middle linebacker, because just look at this. So I'm going to go over it really quickly. You got 2 zig routes, right? You got A and B. They're both running zig, so that's your man beater. This one beats every single coverage as well. You got Y, who can just sit in a zone and easy play. Go up against cover 2 defense. Boom, you got the corner out Smith, X open every single time. If you need to dump it off, you can to Henderson, RB. It doesn't matter where you go. You just have to know what defense you're going up against, and you can run this play literally down the field all game long. And my issue was when I was playing somebody that was running this against me all game and I was struggling, basically he would look for the zig routes. If I bit on the right zig route, he'd throw to the left zig route. If I bit to the left zig route, he threw to the right zig route. If I ran cover 2, he hit X. It was just so hard to stop, and you had to know the play was coming in order for you to maybe have a chance to get it, or user error on his part, which didn't really happen. So this play is money. I'm going up against another cover 2 defense just because I want to show you the corner route. It should be open, but we'll see. First, I'm going to show you with the zig routes, even in zone coverage. Look at that. B wide open there. Easy 10, 15 yards. It's not hard. Let's see if I can hit A here. Backs up to them right there. Another 7, 8 yards. Like, this play is honestly deadly. I love this play. I love this concept because there's just so much you can do here. Look at this. Y just sits down right there in the zone. Nice little 12 yards. What am I, 3 for 3 already? Let's see if I can go 4 for 4. Actually, I'm going to go 4 for 4 with the... If he hit the running back out of the backfield, jukes the defender out of his shoes, still able to pick up 5 yards after catching it from outside the backfield. Now, let's see quickly. X, let's see if he's going to be able to catch this one. This one might be more difficult. Oh, almost. I mean, it could be there. It just depends on the defenses you're going up against. Obviously, when you go up against Georgia, things are going to be difficult just because their defenders are so good. Let's see if I get this more to the sidelines. Oh, I had it. One more. I'm gonna try X one more time. I got this. I can do this. If I can get some blocking, that'd be nice. That's the thing that's been struggling this game. No, that's picked. Okay, so you want to be careful about X for sure, but I've gotten torched with that as well. So definitely want to keep that in mind. But the main ones you're gonna be looking at, especially if you're going over at somebody that's using a linebacker, is which one are they going to? Oh, they're covering X. Well, boom, I'll throw it to Y or B. He's wide open. Easy 10 to 12 yards, and they can't stop it. It is so hard. The only way to really stop this is maybe cover 6, where you have the purple zones on the left side of the field. They're saving you from the corner route, and then you maybe throw a defensive end right or left into coverage, just a little drop zone, and then you user the opposite side. So technically, I'd probably you know, the defensive end on the right side, I put him in a drop coverage, sit right there in that little zone. And then I would use the left linebacker, cover up both of those spots. And then X, I would obviously have a cover 3. So I would have my left cornerback playing that purple zone. But this play is money, guys. Use it, add it to your custom playbook, and let me know if you guys have also, because this play is absolutely money. I'm kind of bummed that I didn't know about it earlier. All right, so up next, we got crack toss out of the gun bunch quads offset formation. Again, this one is very similar to the last play. It's only going to be in the Alabama playbook, but this play, guys, is probably one of my favorite chunk play running games, or running plays, should I say. I mean, this play is absolutely dominant. I saw K-Mac running it. I think he must have been using the Alabama playbook in one of his videos, maybe like 5-6 months ago. And he literally ran this like all day, and it was just so hard to stop. The only downside with this is sometimes you're not going to get the best blocking. So you have to be aware that even if you have 1 to 2 blockers in front of you, they might not block. Why? I don't know. Blocking is so inconsistent in this game, which is realistic in real life, which I do kind of appreciate, honestly. But when it comes to this play is just so much fun to run. Let's see if I can get some good blocking downfield here. I mean, nice little 5-yard gain there. Not amazing, you know. And if 5 could get blocked, that would be awesome. Let's try this again. They're not blocking him. That's the downside. 5 is ruining the video right now. So let's see if I can get through him here. Come on now, 77. Make a block. There we go. Get a nice little block. Nice little 8 yards. I've ran this play sometimes for like 50, 60 yards. Again, I'm gaining yards every single time here. I'm not able to cut inside. I'm not as good with the precision cuts like I was previously because, again, I haven't been playing this too much. But this play, if he gets blocked the first time, I get blown up there. But I'm telling you guys, give this play a shot. And as long as you're not going up against Georgia, you're going to have a shot. You're going to have a shot for a big play. Because I think I did this once with my, what was it? Appalachian State Dynasty. And I was able to pick up like 220 yards or something like that over like 20 carries. And this play was just so much fun. I do recommend, one last thing I'll recommend is definitely want to only run it right. Unless you have a lefty quarterback, only run this right. I will flip this play and I will show you why. Okay, why? Oh, I reset it. Sorry. I'm going to flip the play. Watch. I'm going to flip the play. You're going to see how slow it is. If you have a right-handed quarterback, you do not want to really run to the left because this slow things down. So if you made it this far in the video, that's one tip that you might not have known. Look how much longer it takes to get that. And, like, don't run it left. I'm telling you. You run it left, you're going to screw yourself over. Right, you're going to give yourself a big chance. At least 5 to 10 yards every single time. It's almost guaranteed, especially if you don't have a linebacker that's insane, like number 5 from Georgia. But you definitely want to add this one to your playbook as well, or just use Alabama, which some of these plays are in. All right, so the last play is going to be motion angle Y wheel, and this one is in the TCU and Western Michigan playbooks. This one is a lot of fun. I love this play, honestly, because there are just so many options as well on where to go with the football. If you got man coverage and you got a fast tight end, well, you can hit A in the wheel route that's looping behind Tate. Our B receiver is running a deep post. If you have a very fast and speedy receiver that's good in quick, maybe has, you know, quick. It's not quick jump. Man, I did this last time in the last video. It's not quick jump. It's takeoff. If you have takeoff, Y on that little out route, especially if you're on the right side of the field running this play, easy money. If you have a very quick running back and they struggle, your defense that you're going up against, whether it's user or not, they struggle with guarding him, you have a Texas route on the outside and he's going in motion. So let's see here. I'm going to start by, I always start with looking at Y here. Y can usually pick up at least 5 to 10 yards, and if you're lucky and you have them fast, or if they're blitzing from that side with that cornerback, well, he's gonna be wide open. You can just cut that up for another 15 to 20 yards. If he's guarded, usually the Texas route is pretty money over the middle. I mean, right over the middle. Look at that. And again, we're just going up against cover 2 zone right now. I will probably throw this up against man really quickly just to show you potentially how open it can get with the wheel route. But again, this play is so money at Y, boom, open, terrible throw. Had at least 5 to 7 yards if I threw it, you know, well, which I didn't. Boom, boom, boom. You got the Texas route over the middle, a nice little 8 to 9 yard gain. And then let me see about the deep route. That's usually the only 2 routes that I look at, honestly. But let's see if X is going to be open here, huh? Good receiver, good throw, good catch. So X, you definitely got the comeback route on the left side as well. And now let's check the deep route really quickly, because again, I rarely even like look at this. No, that's not a good idea. Definitely don't want to throw that. Unless it's like man coverage, maybe. But I'm going to throw this up against man really quick. I just want to see how the tight end does perform against man coverage. All right, so now we are in man. I'm not sure how well this is going to work mainly because our tight end isn't like amazing or really, really fast. He's good, solid. He's just not a speedy one. So let's just see how well this goes up against man coverage really quick. I could be biting myself on the foot here. I can't even get the throw off, man. I need someone to help. I just going up against Georgia freaking sucks sometimes, man. Let's see here. Ooh, actually, I had a shot. Okay, you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to try a little comeback. I'm going to throw it back shoulder fade. If I can only get that throw off, man, like... I just can't get the throw off, man. Okay. Last time, and I'm just going to bite the bullet here. Nice little catch. Okay, so it is possible, especially if you have a fast tight end there. I'm telling you, this play will be money. Literally against anything, it works. You got the comeback route as well. Actually, I'm going to try one more time. I'm going to hit the X and then hit the comeback route. Because low ball, boom, comeback. Sorry, that was the last thing I was going to do. But I just want to see what was working. So again, when you got the man routes, or sorry, man coverage, you got X, you got A every single time. And actually, I'm going to try this one more time. I'm going to do one more before I explain everything because I want to see if Tate gets open here. Kind of. If you throw it low, you might be able to hit that. One last time. I hate this left end, man. He's just ruining the video. Okay. So, I'm going to go over this again one more time. So if you're still here with me, I appreciate it. So if you got the man coverage, you got X, you got A, or you got B. It just depends on who is more open if you're able to make those progressions. If you got zone... I mean, even Y, you're going to have open in man coverage as well because a lot of times the cornerbacks are playing inside leverage. So you got the outside almost every single time as long as it doesn't get undercut. And then on top of that, you got Y and RB that are going to be also man as well. So this is a very good man beater play and also zone beater play because Y beats zone almost every time. RB beats zone almost every single time. B can and A can if it's cover 2 just because they'll get underneath and kind of glitch out the cornerbacks. So let me know what you guys think about this play. I honestly love this play, especially because it throws the running back in motion, but I absolutely love this play. You guys thought I was going to end the video that quickly. I actually got one more play for you guys. This one is honestly kind of OP. It is very possible to stop, but you're not going to, it's not an automatic touchdown play, but you're going to gain yards every single time, especially if you have a fast tight end. Now, this one is called RPO alert Y flat. I had it wrong in the previous YouTube video that I made about it because I thought CFB.fan had every single play in it, but apparently it did not have this one in it. There was a lot of discrepancy, a lot of comments like, hey, that's not the right play. It's not doing the same thing. Now, this play, again, is only going to be found in the stock spread playbook. So because of that, you can't find any other plays, but you can add it to your custom playbook. This play is absolutely fire because you're going to have your tight end get open every single time, especially if you come into zone or even if it's man. This play is just dominant. You at least have some space to get open with your tight end, which honestly is all you really need to get like 5 to 10 yards. And if you have a fast tight end and you're a good user and a good stick user, this just makes this play even more difficult to stop here. Now, hike the ball here, boom, hit the tight end on the outside, boom. You're able to pick up 3 to 5 yards. Again, the fact that Ohio State doesn't have the fastest tight end makes this difficult to run, but he's wide open. He's got at least 4 to 5 yards of separation or of a gap between him and the tight end. And because of that, you're able to just easily take advantage. Look at that. You just ran him over for 10 yards there. So I'm telling you guys, this play is absolutely legit. Right now, I'm just going up against cover 2. Unless you have a defensive end that just plays out of his mind. Well, it kind of just ruins it. Too bad he didn't there. Still picked up a few yards, but let me tell you guys, this play is legit. Really quickly though, before we end the video, I am going to run it against man coverage just to show you that this play can go up against man and zone, and it is pretty difficult to beat if you don't know how to stop it. All right, so here we are in man coverage. This is going to be a little more difficult because my guy is not that fast, and you're having, Georgia guys that are just playing out of their minds, which makes it very, very difficult. But I'm telling you guys, if you have someone that's legit, like, that's just unfortunate. I went up against somebody who used this with Nick Harbor, obviously with Hall of Fame Platinum Takeoff, and it was just not fair because he was just gone every single time. When you have Hall of Fame Takeoff, especially in this position, it makes it very difficult. But I'm telling you guys, this play is legit. I know I'm getting stopped here, but I'm telling you, take it from me. I went up against this. And check out one of my streams. If you want to take a look at it, it's UCLA versus Clemson. And he just ran this play almost all the time. I just could not stop it. It was just so hard. Even when I knew it was coming, the Hall of Fame or the Platinum Takeoff was just extremely difficult to stop. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. Let me guys know what plays that you guys like and prefer, ones that I might have missed. Again, I'm not the one that's going for one play touchdowns all the time. I like plays that can beat different coverages without having to do anything stock. So again, like I said, that's the end of this video. If you guys did make it this far, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you guys got something out of this. Hopefully you guys got some new plays to add your custom playbook if your online dynasty allows it. But if you guys did make it this far, please leave a like. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe. And don't forget to turn on those notifications so you don't miss another Tips with Tees in College Football 25. Thanks, guys. I'm out. Peace.